So Mauricio Pochettino is back in football. He is the new head coach of Paris Saint-Germain. So the question is, which former or current Spurs player is he most likely to sign? Here's a bit of fun for you, Greg.
Yeah, it is. It's maybe not a great topic for Spurs, given how well their season's going. But let's take a player maybe who, I guess a year ago at this time, we'd be shocked and we'd say, well, isn't he the second most important player behind Harry Kane? Even if you think Son's progressing, isn't he the third most important player? He's a player who's not on the pitch at all, and that's Dele Alli. Like, it's remarkable, his absence from Jose Mourinho's lineup. And, similar to Ozil at Arsenal, maybe we're looking at the point of no return for Dele Alli into good graces at Spurs. He'd be my choice. He'd certainly be who I'd go after if I'm the new manager at PSG. What do you say?
Well, I would say that Dele Alli's best football by a mile was played under Mauricio Pochettino. And Pochettino, I know, had 4 or 5 key personal relationships with that Spurs team that got to the Champions League final and got so close to the title of the year that Leicester won it as well. And Dele Alli was one of them. He was a real father figure. He got him playing superbly. And you're right, in stark contrast to the Dele Alli we see now and the relationship that Dele Alli has got with the current manager, Jose Mourinho. But obviously, Greg, I know you can't say anything bad about Jose Mourinho, but I have to say he's not possibly getting the best out of Dele Alli at the moment. There seems to be a crossroads. The only thing I'd say is I'm not so sure would Tottenham really, when they're in all these competitions, Europa League included, the FA Cup, would they really want to lose a man who can play in those type of positions, an attacking player? I don't know. Would Dele Alli, the boy from Milton Keynes Dons, going to Tottenham, go to the French capital? Of course he would for Mauricio Pochettino. You don't see an awful lot of English players going abroad these days. I know David Beckham had a spell there right at the end of his career. Would he get in the team in Paris Saint-Germain's attacking options, and certainly in midfield with the likes of Verratti, etc.? So it's been rumoured. I wouldn't rule it out completely. I'd possibly throw another one in, Greg, in terms of those personal relationships, and that is Christian Eriksen, who has completely nosedived since leaving Tottenham, something he was keen to do before, of course, Jose Mourinho arrived, and certainly once Jose Mourinho arrived, because those two didn't hit it off either. But it hasn't gone well for him at Inter, and I just wonder, Greg, whether Mauricio might put his arm around him and get into Paris and get him going again.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see what PSG does. I know we've documented, like a lot of good clubs, they have not repeated their runaway success in their domestic league, in League One right now. They've got Mbappe to keep happy and fortify around him. So we've talked about Pogba potentially going there as a French national. And you're right about Dele Alli. He may look and say, Champions League football is just a bonus. I just need to be on the pitch. And Dele Alli's still got games to play for England, but he needs to start playing somewhere more frequently domestically. And I don't know how hard he's going to push to leave Spurs, but boy, PSG would be a heck of a destination. Don't forget Barcelona. Playing PSG in Barcelona is maybe the most mouth-watering Champions League around a 16 game. So to be able to step right into that in the middle of February, I think he'd have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, but Christian Eriksen, on that point, is 4 years older than Dele Alli, and hopefully the Euros does go ahead this year. He's one of the main men, of course, for Denmark. He needs to be playing games as well. He hasn't hit it off with Antonio Conte. 4 goals he got last season. He hasn't scored any this season. He's hardly started a game for Inter. He had a very close and special relationship, like Dele Alli, with Mauricio Pochettino, and arguably, although he was signed by Andre Villas-Boas, arguably, again, played his best football under Pochettino. And I just think, given his position and the fact that he's a little bit more flexible, he might be one that will go to Paris more likely. They get him out of Inter Milan. He's got Champions League experience, as we've spoken about. He's got a very special bond with his manager. I think Inter are quite keen to get him out of the door. That might be one that Mauricio Pochettino goes. But for one thing's for sure, Greg, whoever he brings in has to improve that squad. And like you say, particularly domestically, get them going again.